Hello and welcome to Notting Hill Barn House. I hope you have the most amazing stay while you're with us. Very easy, open it up, in you go. So once you've come in, hold the fob up to the little symbol and it will turn the system off. When you leave, again, hold the fob up, out the door and exit. So as you walk into the barn house, you'll find a bank of switches on your right. The main switch to notice is the outside lights. In the evenings, if you want to turn all the outside lights on around the barn house, just hit the outside light switch. Turn them off when you go to bed so the generator doesn't kick in. The one other thing of note is the emergency torches that are in each room and by the exit door. If the power goes off or you take them out, the lights come on. They're a little security feature, and at night the little orange bit glows just so you can find the exits. For those of you that aren't fire experts, I want to show you how to light the log burner. So the log burner, really easy and very safe, but obviously it gets really hot, so just be careful. And when it's going, it will heat the hot water as well for you. So it's a really good carbon neutral thing to do. So in your box on the right hand side, you'll find a fire lighter. Put your fire lighter in. Find some matches, lots around. Light it up. Grab some kindling from the side and just create over the top, lots of space, whack it in, really easy, like that. And then what you want to do, there we go, get it going nicely, just grab some logs, some relatively small logs to start with, don't overload it, there we go. The key things I just want to show you is obviously make sure it's properly closed, open the air vent at the bottom all the way, a little bit tight, open that up, and that suck air through, and the vent at the top always needs to be open. When the fire's going and nice and hot, you can control the heat by just closing the air vent at the bottom. It's really easy. Don't overburn it. It will get incredibly hot and it could overheat the water in the tank. So just keep it as a nice flame and control it. Make the heat comfortable just using the bottom control. That's all you need to know. There's some fire tools on the left, some gloves to keep you safe because it does get hot, so just be careful. I just wanted to show you how the TV works. When you come in, it'll be our amazing artwork that's been created by a local artist, Damien Rochford, and the artwork will turn on and off when you're not here. So just leave it on this power mode, it'll be fine. It hardly uses any power whatsoever. If you do want to watch telly and you're not out and about in the woods, just press the power button and it will bring it up. Our off-grid Wi-Fi is generally very good and very fast, but there are periods where it is offline and you have to play cards or do something different. But you can see on the bottom of the telly all your normal bits and pieces, sign into your Netflix account or your catch-up accounts. Works really well. Now, most of the time, the TV will work on the TV speakers. If you want a true surround sound experience, we're going to show you in a sec, but in the cupboard is an amp. All you need to do is turn the amp to TV, use this controller to then operate the volume, and you'll get an amazing sound. And when you finish with it, just turn it off, and it will go back to your logo. It's very easy to use. Let me show you how to connect the amp and surround sound to the telly. Power button, bottom left, turn it on. Left hand knob, believe it or not, to TV. Volume button on your right, and that will power your surround sound. You can hear it coming on in the main room, and it's pretty good and pretty loud, and there's no neighbours. Let me show you how to connect your music from your phone to the amp and the surround sound. Bottom left power button, use the left hand connector and connect to Bluetooth audio. Pretty simple. Get your phone, select Pioneer AV receiver, and it's pairing, it's connected. And then all you need to do is find your favourite tracks. I'm going to embarrass myself now. Crank up the volume and you're connected. The great thing is you can play it as loud as you like. Also down here we've got some walkie-talkies for you to use in the wood. Just grab them, pick a channel, send the kids off in the wood, call them back when it's lunchtime. So we have off-grid Wi-Fi here, where there's a dish at the gate and it picks a broadband signal off a wind turbine about 5 miles away, and it sends it down an electric cable to the router here. So there are periods when there is no Wi-Fi broadband connection. Unfortunately, there's very little we can do about it. It's to do with the atmospherics. But if it does go down, I do monitor it remotely. I can try to reboot it, but there are periods of the day where you won't get broadband, so don't panic. The main thing to note is please do not turn off the big plug that says do not turn off, because you'll ruin the settings of broadband and you'll be off for your entire stay. So if it does go down for an extended period, I will get a notification. I'll try and get it back up again, but please don't turn it off. It's fairly reliable, but does go up and down. Also in this cupboard, we have all sorts of exciting switches to turn the lights on outside. So the right hand switch is clearly marked fairy lights. The fairy light switch will turn all the fairy lights on in the woodland around you, including sending power to all the camping plug sockets out in the main area. The next socket next to it is the hot tub socket. That socket turns on the power supply to the hot tub, so the LED light inside the hot tub and the spotlight next to it, and the pizza oven spotlight. Next socket is the driveway supply. Please don't turn that off. That runs the supply to the broadband router. The next socket is the theatre socket. We're not using that at the moment. Next year we're adding a woodland movie projector, which will use that socket. And on the far left, right in the corner, is a plug called driveway lights. Driveway lights will turn on constantly all the tree spotlights in the front of the house and all the way down the drive through the wood to the gates. Quite nice to have them on at night, but please turn them off when you finish with them. So let me tell you about the hot tub. So the first thing to remember, it's pretty dangerous for little ones. So if you have little ones around, take the steps away, always keep the covers on, yeah, and keep your eyes on your kids. So it's a fantastic hot tub. In the winter, when it's very, very cold, it will take 3 to 4 hours to heat up, depending on how hard you burn it. In the summer, it might take as little as 2 hours to warm up, and I'll show you how to light it in a sec. When you arrive, it have fresh water in there. It will look a little bit brown because it picks up the tannins from inside the hot tub. There'll be a bit of pollen and a bit of leaves, so that all adds to the experience. So what we do is we'll take the covers off and show you inside. Key things are really that the water level has got to be above the temperature gauge, so it covers the whole heat exchanger of the unit. The other thing to notice is that in the kitchen there's a wide supply of plastic glasses. Please use plastic glasses when you're in the hot tub and when you're outside. If you are staying for a while and you want to put fresh water into the hot tub, there's a little tap on the outside. Just turn the tap on, let it drain, give it a hose out, shut the tap again and fill it up again. So fill it up so it's right up to the top of the heat exchanger. So about this sort of level is ideal, yeah, and you'll get maximum heat transfer from the wood burner. So this is the action side of the hot tub. So the key things to note are that the chimney, although there is a heat guard, gets extremely hot, and the top of the wood burner gets even hotter, so be incredibly careful. There are some big fire safety gloves over on the inside the pizza oven if you want to use them. So key things to note are that the burner unit cover has 3 lips on 3 sides and no lip on this side. The burner sucks air down an air vent on the left hand side. So if you want it to burn strong, you have to move the cover across so it keeps the little air vent on the left hand side open. And what it does, it sucks air down into the burn chamber and blows a furnace really, really hot. If you want to calm it down or shut off or stop the fire, just slide the cover back over and it'll suffocate the fire, yeah? But it won't get going if you don't have your air vent open. So to light it, really easy. Take the cover off and in the little wood pile next to the hot tub, some kindling. So what you need to do is grab a little fire lighter. Again, they're kept inside, and your matches. It's quite deep in here, so light a match. Make sure your fire lighter is going really well, and place it into the bottom. Make sure it's still burning. Yep, so that's going nicely. And get some nice bits of kindling, and drop them over your fire lighter, not so it puts them out. Yeah, put lots of nice kindling in. Get it all going. Thing to note is don't put anything other than wood into any of these burners. So once your kindling is going nicely and it's a light and healthy, find some smaller bits of wood and chuck them in over the fire. The key here in the early stages is not to put too big a piece of wood on because it will suffocate the fire. So just make sure there's lots of air in there. The important thing to remember is this edge doesn't have a flange. So that edge needs to go over this little gap, yeah, and what it will do is suck air down there and create a lovely little furnace for you. There's a paddle, and what you need to do is every now and again just move the water round so it moves around the heat exchanger and it will move up much quicker for you. Yeah, there we go. Just every now and again give it a paddle. Let me tell you about the barbecue fire pit. So open the grill. If it's hot, use your gloves, open it up, and then lots of kindling, fire lighter in there, and then lots of small wood again. And the best way to work it is build quite a big fire, let it blaze away, let it die down so there's no flames and smoke. And then what you want to do is shut the grill and you're ready to cook. Yeah? Ready to cook on top. All the utensils are inside, and then when you've finished cooking and you want to sit around in the evening and enjoy the fire, use the gloves because the grill is hot, and it's great. Bring the cushions out, bring the blankets out, sit around in the evening and toast your marshmallows. So this is the pizza oven. You can use it not only for pizzas but for all sorts of dishes. You can get some ovenware from the kitchen, put your lasagna in here. So the first thing to do is open up pizza oven, pizza paddle. The chimney will be shut. You need to open the chimney, and the key to lighting a good pizza oven is getting some kindling, putting a fire lighter in, and making a nice little fire right at the back. Find some smaller bits of wood. What you don't want to do is you don't want to fill the pizza oven with really big chunks of wood. To get the pizza oven to the right temperature, which is at least 350 degrees, you need it burning quite vigorously. So, bit of kindling, bit of fire lighter, light the fire lighter and the kindling in the back, yeah, off we go, and put some little bits on it, yeah, little bits, yeah, and that's probably the maximum sort of size you want. You need to keep your eye on it, and then what you want to do, just shut the pizza oven up and it will suck air through here, will start to come out the top. And in the kitchen, above the washing machine, is an orange digital thermometer. So what you can do is in about an hour's time, once you've put 2 or 3 different sets of wood on here, you have to get active and chop some wood probably, make some nice little chunks this sort of size, yeah, which will get it burning really nice and hot. Choose some dry wood. What you can do is go and get the digital thermometer, open up the oven, point the digital thermometer inside, and if you've got at least 350 degrees, you're ready to cook. All you need to do is your pizza paddle, push the wood, fire and embers. You only want to be cooking on embers. So let it die down, keep the oven nice and warm with the door shut. Maybe give a wipe off of the tiles, flour your pizza slice, whack your pizza in and cook with the door open. It should take 3 to 4 minutes to cook your pizza if it's warm enough. And when you're finished, just shut the fire down. That's all you need to do. So opening the container to dry your clothes is really easy. Key in the padlock, open it up, close it up again, just hang it on the side there. Flip these little bars up, and then these 2 bars come up and out and open. So inside there are lots of hanging spaces for you to dry wet clothes, wet boots, wet wellies, that sort of thing. Please don't put stuff on the generator, it gets incredibly hot and there's a burn risk. But in here it's really well vented and gets really warm in the winter, so your kit will be dry the next morning. All you need to do is slip your shoes on, walk back to the barn house and light the fire. So to lock the door when you're leaving, you need to hold the handle up turn the key, and then we're locked. One other thing to note is all these reflective owls and Freddie the falcon the other side are here to stop the pheasants perching on the door handles.